is there's transition. Okay, how dare you? I haven't seen it. I mean, here's funny enough. The what was it Miyazaki, who's actually who came out of retirement again just to make one final movie, has released a movie that it has no marketing materials and only one promotional poster. So the marketing that has been with the movie has only been talked with journalism. That's it.
Yeah, it's just when it has his name attached to it. Like I think that movie broke like box office records, or it's been the biggest movies here in Japan.
Really?
That's all
Already?
it takes. You just had to say it's a Miyazaki movie, and everybody's gonna go see it, even if you don't like show trailers.
Yeah, that's how powerful like having a name in anything is at times.
Hmm.
So it is one of those like, man, that's actually pretty interesting. Right, I need to go empty out some stuff, but I wouldn't mind seeing it, but we'll see.
You're talking about Mononoke now, right?
Yeah, well, any Ghibli movies, honestly. Yeah, I do want to watch the movie that you saw not too long ago, the anime movie from your name director.
Suzume. Yeah, that one
Yeah.
was good.
Yeah, I want to see. I watched Weathering with You not too long ago with Emoto and Sean, and we actually kind of liked it.
That one
But
was really good too. Grace and I watched that one together.
I still prefer, personally, I still prefer Your Name over that movie.
Yeah, I think that's all of Shinkai's movies that I've seen are good, but Your Name is, that's the favorite among most.
Mm-hmm. Actually, Dor, have you seen any like anime or like animation movies recently? Because
You're asking me?
or like Dor, or you, or like, I mean, I know you watched some recent. The most recent one for you was like, I think it was that movie.
Oh, well, I've been seeing most of the Ghibli movies they've screened in theaters this year so far too.
Oh,
But
really?
the most recent anime movie that I've seen for the first time was probably Suzume. I'd have to think. I've been getting into rating movies on IMDb again, like very recently, so I can start keeping better track of what I've been watching. But
It's kind of funny that I actually like I still remember when I first watched the Puss in Boots movie for the first time. Um I I remember watching that for the first, like going to that for the first time, and it came out during Avatar 2, The Way of Water. So I really didn't hear much about it in advertising, but when I started looking it up, it actually got quite a bit of advertising. Heck, they made even a couple TikTok videos for it. So it just got overshadowed by Avatar, unfortunately. But I'm actually like, I only went to that movie because not only the animation was fantastic, which I adore. I don't even know if you saw it or not, but the animation is really, really good. And the story was surprisingly dark for a children's movie. I mean, Kyle, you saw it too as well when I showed it off.
the Puss in Boots movie, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty
I
good.
mean, dude, we grew up on movies that were dark though. We saw Pokemon the first movie, dude, with the my brother scene.
Brother, my
My
brother.
brother. Yeah.
The most recent was Nimona. Nimona. What was that one again? That sounds so familiar. Nimona. Ah, that one. That's on Netflix recently. Okay. Avatar and Puss in Boots were both with you. See, here's the thing. I say both of them are beautiful. Yes, Avatar was really beautiful with its CGI, but if I had to pick which movie I would rather watch, I would rather watch Puss in Boots every day of a year than rather watch Avatar again, because this is gonna get like out there for James Cameron or whatever, but honestly, I think there's a bit too much padding in Avatar 2. I watched it twice, both in IMAX. One for like Sean and Carl and I, and then another with my family, and then I'm just like, watching it for 3 hours for that thing was not as a thing. I kind of would rather watch like something like Oppenheimer, because I watched that recently too, Door, and that's like 3 hours, and I'm just like, that was more entertaining. And then same thing, the other 3 hour movies I've watched, I think like really, yeah, because I remember watching Avengers Endgame, and that one had a lot of padding in my opinion, and that was meh. Let's see. 3 hour movies. I'm gonna see what's 3 hours. Well, I technically watched Return to King. That was fun. There's a lot more than that. Oppenheimer. Okay, so in my personal opinion about Oppenheimer, because I actually watched Barbie and Oppenheimer at the same time with Fanto and our buddy Sean, because we wanted to do Barbenheimer, so we watched Barbie first and Oppenheimer with Mother, and she wasn't willing to sit through that long. No, I mean, it makes sense for Oppenheimer. Barbie was entertaining. I actually did enjoy Barbie. It was stupid fun. I know people get upset about it for what it's trying to do, but honestly, that's just Barbie in itself. Oppenheimer. It's hard to say whether you would enjoy it or not, Dor, because it's definitely set to a very specific set audience. Like, it talks about Oppenheimer's life, like around the atomic bomb. I say around, and because I don't want to go to too much spoilers, of course, because if you want spoilers, I can DM you that. But in this current one, I will say, like, it just basically it talks about Oppenheimer's involvement before the atomic bomb and kind of a little bit after the atomic bomb. So it's not always just building the atomic bomb. It's long, but it's kind of goes a bit better because every single scene and line kind of had some purpose with it, so it didn't feel too much of a padding. So it kind of felt quick, but at the same time not quick, if you get what I mean. It's fast-paced in certain ways that if you miss any of the scenes or lines, you get lost a little bit. Like, it's pretty much like a dialogue-heavy movie where you really need to pay attention to what's going on. Or you just have to get the general gist. There is only, like, one scene that I was like, it looked very awkward. I get why Christopher Nolan did it. Do I agree it had to be there? Not fully. It's rated R is what I will just say. And that's really it. I can't really say anything without, like, okay, so you might know what scene. Again, I'm not gonna go into say what it. The length of the movie literally had zero effect on me. I meant to delete the first part. No worries. But yeah, no. I enjoyed it just to get the idea of Oppenheimer on, and it was an interesting take. I do agree with people going from the movie saying that when you watch the movie, it's pretty depressing. Like, I didn't felt depressed. I'm just saying that. Like, it's just within the mood of the movie. Like, I almost felt no part of the movie ever felt like a success. Oh yeah, he did it, or like, yeah, woo, clapping kind of thing. No, it just felt like watching and then just waiting for an inevitable to happen. By the way, Kyle, I'm giving context of like Oppenheimer.
Yeah, I
Spoiler
know.
free.
I might go see it tomorrow, actually.
Yeah, no, it. Just prepared for one scene, Kyle. It's rated.
Hmm.
It's rated R, so that's all I can say without
I
spoiling it.
mean, dude, I've been to the Hiroshima Memorial Museum. Like, I know of the grotesque imagery of
That's not what I'm
how the
talking.
bomb went.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Sure, okay. Was there a really steamy scene in there?
Mm-hmm. The length of a movie literally has zero effect on me. I get so into movies that I physically react to it. It's kind of like I'm not even me anymore, just in the movie. Time to switch. I mean, that's actually really nice, Dor, because that means you really enjoy or engaged in a movie. I like that in movies. The movie that really pulled me out of it a lot of time was like I actually checked my watch because it was getting a little bit lengthy. Was Transformers 4 Age of Extinction. That just felt meh to me. That's why I like Avatar so much, I think. I mean, if you like Avatar, good for you. Like, honestly. I'm not saying it's a bad movie, I just think it has a little bit too much padding. And I know that James Cameron, if he ever hears me say that, he's gonna bite my head off, basically. Because did you hear about it, Kyle? How James Cameron was like, when they told the studio asked him to cut it down short, he just be like, "No, I'm doing what I want," kind of thing.
Yeah, I don't really care about Avatar very much, to be honest.
What? You don't care about the whole CGI effects and everything?
I mean, I've seen the first movie, but I'm more into practical effects movies than CGI.
Yeah, Oppenheimer is like 100%
Yeah, I know.
practical. So that was really
Yeah, I was
good.
actually reading an article about like how it's a pretty widely agreed upon thing that, people are burned out on the idea of CGI being used for like everything, and then like Barbie and Oppenheimer were like, dude, we're gonna use all practical, and that like helped people get over the fatigue of being frustrated with a lot of other blockbuster hits that use way too much CGI and were like people felt they were like unimaginative or had no passion.
I like the thing about CGI is that you use it with the combination of practical effects. It's like I think the biggest example for CGI and practical effects movies is like I think would be like one of the Transformers films, like the first one especially. That film in 2000, like Pirates of the Caribbean and like Transformers back in the day, like they both use CGI, but they used it sparingly in the purpose shots they can't really maintain. Like Davy Jones, that had to be all CGI, not just makeup. And then they had to do Transformers. They focused on those only. Like it's a very artistic thing, and they focus on so much. Like 2007 movies could be thrown into today movies, and people might not even know the difference. Like if you give like a 2023 movie CGI film and put the 2007 movie like Pirates or Transformers together and say like which movie was made back in 2007, some people might not actually know about that. Like that's legit how good the CGI was and how the practical effects was. That's why like it's really good. I am excited to see Oppenheimer with the way I watch things, more miserable, nitty gritty movies, better watch. No, yeah, no. Again, like it's a nice movie. I enjoyed it. It's complicated, so you really do need to pay attention to her. The first part goes a bit fast, so try and not get lost. It slows down a little bit as it goes on anyway, and it goes pace as well. But there are points where they talk fast or it's like loud noises. Like it is really loud in certain areas because of like, the effects and stuff like that. So try your best to pay attention, but you should be able to get gist of most of it. It is complicated in certain areas where you just have to understand. I will mention because this was advertised before. Um, just know that there's a difference between colored and non-colored scenes. All right, colored scenes are subjective. Like this was advertised as during the like before the whole movie, so I'm not gonna consider this as spoilers. But yeah, there are colored scenes. Like I mean, this was in trailers too. There are colored scenes, and then there's non-colored scenes, black and white scenes. colored scenes are subjective. All right, that means that these are reportedly happened, but these are based off like reports or books or stuff like that. So they may not be 100% accurate, but these are accurate enough. And then the black and whites are objective, which means these actually happened. These are what happened, and that's what I'm gonna say because it actually helps give a better idea of what the movie is like. I definitely think you should understand that first, so that you don't get fully confused. So remember, color subjective, black and white objective, and that's all you really need to know. Everything else falls into place. You like Davy Jones? Like, I actually did like the Davy Jones design. Like, it was definitely one of the best movie designs for sure. Yeah, I don't no, I don't watch trailers. That is very helpful to know. Yeah, I mean, it was also like in the talk. So, but yeah, no. I would say that at the very least, you know what? I'll take some revivers. No, that requires escape orbs. No, I'll just get that. But yeah, no. I say it's good to know because when you go into a movie like that, you will probably get confused a few times, but that's only because it's a bit weird to understand. So yeah. And I would like to talk about Oppenheimer with you whenever you watch it. It's interesting. Me would be bouncing off the walls to go see it. I used to live off a documentary. Actually, that's really cool. Because I actually do like documentaries too. What's your favorite documentary? I like war movies too. I watched 1917 and Dunkirk, like some of those World War One and Two movies. I still like Saving Private Ryan, but Saving Private Ryan, even though it's fictional, it's not actually based off a true story. It's very loosely based off a true story, but there's a lot of things not true about it. But it still was a really good World War II movie. Actually, I actually was talking about this to my brother, and like I know that there's like games who do games about World War One and Two, but huh? You muted?
Yeah, I said something. You were talking about Saving Private Ryan. I was like, that's another very long.
It is, but it's a very good movie. It won Best Picture and it was like on a budget, but Steven Spielberg knows how to do budget movies. But I was like actually thinking, Kyle, actually, do you by chance know any World War One movies or shows that actually talked about World War One during the chemical era, where they actually used like gases and stuff, and that's when they made a worldwide rule ban to never use chemical warfare ever again.
So was that really a thing to decide after World War One? Because that promise doesn't make it. But
they haven't done chemical warfare ever since World War One.
There were chemicals used in Vietnam.
True, yeah, it's true. But there was like a agreed upon.
They're not supposed to be anyway. Yeah. I'm not really familiar with any World War One movies besides Johnny Got His Gun, just based on a book. But it's a movie that takes place after World War One, of like the effects of somebody who was injured in the war. So it's not really a World War One movie. So no.
Interesting. Yeah, because I was thinking, I know that that would be very graphic, but I was always curious about if someone would make a World War One movie about the gas incidents. I'm pretty sure there's documentaries and like stuff like that, but it was always interesting to me like how no one ever talked about that, and a lot of people tried to tell historic stories. Hacksaw Ridge is pretty cool. I don't remember any of the names that I used to watch, but I just know I sit in front of TV for hours. War and natural disasters were my bread and butter. Nice. Hacksaw Ridge, I do want to watch. I've heard it's really good. Do you know about Hacksaw Ridge, Kyle?
Nope.
So Hacksaw Ridge is basically about a soldier during World War II that saved a bunch of people without lifting up a gun. Like, he never shot anybody.
Mm.
It's actually interesting to think that someone would be able to do that. Any natural disasters movie. Have you watched the movie Twister from 1995? Do you know the movie Twister, Kyle?
I haven't seen it, but I've been to the exhibit at Universal Orlando.
I remember watching it a long time ago, and I don't remember much of it, but it's funny how I think they said they were trying to make a sequel to that movie. And I'm just like, why? Let me see this. Desmond was an army medic. He saved 75 men without raising a single weapon and actually made it home after 2. Really? Look at all them TMs I have. If it was a movie from that early, then probably not. You never know, honestly. I still need to play like a lot more war games. Back in the day when Call of Duty was very much a, oh, let's make a war, whatever thing.
360 no scope, bro.
360 no scope. Oh, dude, 360 no scope. I might have just watched whatever I could find on whatever streaming service we had. I mean, that makes sense too. I remember at some point I actually ran out of documentaries to watch for a bit. I actually watched like what was it, an Insider episode about how I just watched a World War I expert, like historian, judge like famous World War I movie scenes or like TV shows and stuff like that. And he was just like, oh, which one's more accurate or which one's more like faithful to the history? And I watched that, how he was judging like some of them, and he liked like only one of them being like super accurate, being like, oh yeah, this is actually very plausible. Yeah, I think it came out like a month ago. I think I just watched it like last night, and he was just like, yeah, 1917 was one of my favorites, which also brought into question. I was also thinking why he was doing that too, where it was just like, oh, hey, why are you walking in front when you could just either walk past when everyone just goes up? Like that famous scene where everyone starts running across the field, or you can just go behind and then they don't have to run, or I don't know, why do you have to run across the field per se? And it was just like, yeah, that's Sam Mendes' spectacle right there. movie drama. It's also funny. I actually read the comment in that video too, how they mentioned that they had actual planned squads, like proper planned squads and stuff like that, here and there, being like, oh, we're gonna be going in an orderly fashion, this is gonna be like this. And then Sam Mendes was like, no, screw it, we're going for spectacle. I mean, it made a really cool scene. Don't get me wrong, I did like the sing, but man, that was just like, when you think about it, just be like, oh, I guess they're just going for spectacle than anything. Actually, Kyle, are you ever one of those people who prefers like actual historic movies to be as accurate as possible, or would you like them to use creative liberties in many scenes to just be like be more spectacle than anything?
I mean, a movie's a movie. If they're making like a drama film or something, then they're always going to go for the entertainment. If you'd rather just get like the actual historical facts about something, you're better off like reading a book or watching a documentary about it.
Yeah. Sometimes the more you think about it, the sillier you get. I like to do that with some movies when I watch them, being like, why do we like keep going like this? I think we did that. I think, like, Kyle, when we decide to finally watch like what was it? Terminator 3, we're probably gonna make fun of it more.
Well, we had to watch it on my birthday next year, remember? Oh no,
Oh,
wait,
yeah.
that was Salvation. That was Salvation. We had to watch Terminator 3 some other time before that.
That's true. It's somewhat. I think one of my favorite like actual historic movies is definitely Apollo 13. Apollo 13 was really good. I really enjoyed that movie. I remember watching it first in like a classroom, and it was like, oh man, this is actually really crazy. And Ma hates when watching her shows with me because I always question everything she watches on reality TV shows. I mean, that's what I like to do with sometimes with some of my movie and show watches, being like, why are they doing this? Why question, like, I question everything. Sometimes it's just funnier. I mean, don't get me wrong, I have some fun with making fun of TV shows and movies from time to time. But I get it, like, when it gets a little bit too crazy. Oh, actually,
I just got into watching Mystery Science Theater, and that's like the whole premise of that show.
You know what was crazy? I also, one thing I dislike going to rated R movies is that I'm always getting watching the previews of rated R trailers. And what freaked me out the most, did you know that they're making another Exorcist movie, Kyle?
That doesn't surprise me much. Horror movies can never just be like a one, can't they? I actually haven't seen the original Exorcist. That's something I'll have to watch in October.
I will never watch The Exorcists, like some of like the originals and stuff like that.
I want to see the first one because I know it's, you know, top rated, like, you know, going off like that Reddit horror list. It's in their like top 10 of all time or something. Just to see it once.
Yeah, I was watching Oppenheimer, but I forgot a little bit that it was rated R, and I was like, oh my god, I'm watching rated R films, which a lot of times,
given the subject matter.
Yeah. You know what movie that keeps coming up that I'm actually starting to really dislike now is the like, what was it, like The Night on the Dementor or whatever, that ship movie. It's rated R, yet it keeps popping up on PG-13 movies. I'm just like, can I just stop seeing this? It's like, I am not gonna watch a rated R, like, horror thriller-esque movie about Dracula being on a ship. I'm not good with horror movies, so shut up.
I mean, there are plenty of R-rated movies that aren't horror. There's a variety of reasons why they get that rating, but I know what you mean.
But it is rated
Because
R
the
actually.
trailers tend to be pretty intense for those kinds of movies. So when you're in a theater, just like stop it.
But
It's kind of what you're.
the thing is that
Also, butt free and free butter.
yeah. I can't think of names, but I know that. But it is a rated R movie though, so they purposely make the trailer as like a PG-13 as possible to get the highest amount of people to see it. I'm just like, I get really annoyed. You know what? What sucks is that I hate seeing like horror movies on my YouTube ads sometimes. Like when I had YouTube ads before, whenever a horror movie comes around, like The Nun or something like that, I would be like, I don't want to watch this. Don't recommend me horror movies. I even asked Google to never recommend me horror movies ever, and yet it still does. It's like, oh, you like horror movies? You looked it up once just because you were interested in it, right? No, I looked up once just to see how can I avoid it? And I'm just like, just looking up it once basically means like I'm asking to see it every single time on my feed. I'm not good with horror movies. The only horror movie that I'm actually genuinely wanna watch is the Five Nights at Freddy film.
Yeah, that's one we should probably go see together.
Mm-hmm. It's on Halloween.
True.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Actually, have you been? I realized that FNAF also has its DLC came out already. I'm actually genuinely surprised about that. So like, the FNAF movie looks. I don't know about how the FNAF movie is gonna be, but the FNAF lore is gonna be one of those weird. It's so convoluted. I wonder if I could. Okay, I can't do anything about that. God, this sucks. This sucks. I'm a little disappointed that it revealed Springtrap so clearly in the trailer, though. Definitely should have. And Sarah still. Did they reveal Springtrap in the trailer? Was that in a different trailer? Or was that in a leaked trailer? I'm pretty sure there was some confirmation of Springtrap. I just don't remember what trailer it was. With the humming. Oh, with the humming? Really? I just played Tetris on N64. It's pretty fun. Did you play Pokemon Puzzle League though, Skull? It's in the first trailer. Oh. Then I was not paying attention.
Your reaction, okay.
No. Skull, you gotta play some Pokemon Puzzle League. It's the best game ever. I say that I barely played it. They full showed on his face, really? Then I really have not paid attention to the film trailer or whatever. Yeah, the FNAF trailer is coming on Halloween, so we're gonna probably watch it as soon as it comes out on like Halloween. Okay, better get ready with your buying the tickets, dude. We're gonna watch an IMAX, dude.
Dude. You said it's Halloween Day that it comes out, right?
I think so, Halloween Day. I mean, Dor,
Like
you
what
get
day of the week that is. Because, you know, it's hard for me to, like, be able to meet with people, like, you know, on weekdays.
I mean, it's Friday night, though. Yeah. Oh, no, October 27th, so that's...
It's a Tuesday.
Is it...
Oh, it comes out on the 27th?
Yeah, yeah.
That's Friday evening. That's good in terms of, like, not rushing to get home or anything. But at the same time, like, finding it... It depends on what time the movie starts to be able to get to wherever we're going.
That's true. Let's watch it in Dolby, the highest... Yeah.
I mean, if you went with me to the theater near my workplace, that's one thing. But, like, you know, who knows where you're going to be working in the coming months, so...
Oh, dude, you're working at the, you're working in, like, Singapore, like in Mario Kart? Oh, dude. You didn't tell me
Yeah,
that.
dude, I have to travel across the ocean every day. That's why it's so hard to meet up.
Dude, Kyle, you're getting a lot of mileage points, though.
It's true, like, I fly for free nowadays, but it is a big time commitment.
Oh, man. Now playing Witcher 3 on Switch. I need to play that game. Tell me how it goes, Skull. I really do need to play Witcher. There's a few bits of a trailer that are interesting, like some of the papers in the background are totally blank, totally not photoshopped out. Yeah, like some of that stuff. I say, Dor, if they legit don't add like some of the big FNAF YouTubers or content creators in the movie, at the very least as cameos, there's gonna be a riot. Like you can it's like legit. You cannot have like Markiplier or MatPat in the not in the movie. MatPat is literally the guy who helps culminate all the lore together. Markiplier was like the big guy who's labeled as the king of Five Nights at Freddy's. Because you're playing Witcher 3 on it. There's a bunch of cameos. I know there's a bunch of cameos, but as of right now, there's no confirmation, at least with Markiplier. I don't know about MatPat, if he said so or not, but I know that Mark has not said it, because I think Luigi told me who was gonna be in the movie, but I don't remember who was it. If the Switch can handle Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, it can handle Witcher 3. I mean, it's not a bad port. I mean, Kyle can say it also plays like Persona 5 Royal, which is a pretty hefty game. But how far are you in that game?
I'm in the month of June right now. Like, I've gone through the first 2 major dungeons.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I only have time to play on weekends most of the time, though, so I make very slow progress. Alright, dude, guess what?
What?
You go to bed, dude.
Oh, dude, you can't go to bed yet without saying goodnight to everyone else.
Okay, well, good night to everybody in chat.
Oh, dude.
We're the only 2 people in the call, Nick.
Oh, dude, thank you so much.
Yeah, dude. If I say goodnight to Emoto, she'd just be like, murr.
I'll let her know that, and then she would just be like, mrrr, to your
I'm sure she's gonna laugh if she sees the moment in the stream where we're just talking about the movie tickets.
Yves says goodnight. And Dor says goodnight.
Then she's probably gonna DM me again, be like, murr, and then let that end the conversation by starting it. And I'm like, okay. I would reply with the okay sticker.
I know you've been here listening, Yves. I'm just like making sure Digits knows that he say goodnight too.
I say goodnight to the world.
Good night to the world.
And wish well for everyone.
Wish well. Wishing well.
Yeah.
Alright, good night, Kyle.
Good night.
Let's see. I have a feeling the strategically hidden third of the employees a month would probably be for those 2 on it. Probably. Again, like, it's just one of those things is that you cannot have a FNAF movie without them. They have to have a cameo. I would rather have them be like a small part in the movie, but I know Mark is a busy man, and Matt Pat is already busy in his own right too. So having a small part would not be great, but it would be really cool. Let's see. I'm honestly not sure about Mark though, since he's working on his own thing. Yeah, I know he's working on, but again, if he's a cameo appearance, they could probably get at least a small clip of him doing something weird. I've been here. I read some manga while working this thing. Yeah, hard to do on one monitor though. I mean, that's fine. I like how some works are like you have to have one monitor. I like having offices where they give me an option with 2 monitors. If they don't have 2 monitors, I use my laptop as a second monitor. That's what I did for my work. Because sometimes I work at home and then just be like, oh, monitor there. I got 3 monitors on my work PC, but wait, you don't use 3 monitors? Wait, why don't you hook it up then? I'm confused, Eves, why you don't hook it up. I am confused. That's a lot of it's a lot of effort. It's literally just plugging in one cord to another. At least it should be. Heh, it's a lot of effort. Door says it's a lot of effort. If Door says it's a lot of effort, I gotta believe you then. I'm actually sure where my HDMI is. I have so many HDMI cables. I think I still need to buy more though, because I thought I had more. Because like I have HDMI cables for my 3 monitors. Because I have like 1 monitor in front of me, 1 monitor over there, and then obviously this monitor right here. And then I got like my little TV monitor over here because I can't look at my TV over here, which has another HDMI. I have 2 HDMI, one going into my PC and one going into from my PC to my TV. And then well, one PC going into my monitor over there, my TV monitor, going on capture card. I have a splitter cable which has one TV monitor going into the TV and then one going to my capture card. I then have a HDMI cable going from my switcher to the splitter cable, because the splitter cable helps get rid of the DVI setting stuff. There's like a whole DVI, AV or whatever, DV something with like the PS5, Xbox ones that you cannot play certain things or get captured unless you turn them off, but there's a bypass with that if you give them a HDMI splitter for some reason. I have my Switch, PS3, GameCube, Wii U, the N64, Xbox Series X, my analog NT Noir, got my analog Pocket PS5. That's it for so far, but it's I still need to get more, and I can't find some of them. I thought I had more, and I can't find more. It sounds janky. It sounds janky, but it makes sense. So here's the idea, Yves. It's basically I have multiple consoles. I have a 16 switcher box that basically has, I plug in different switcher ports in there. It switches between which console, and since I don't play them at the same time, I basically have them just go into different ports, so it automatically switches from one of the many ports that I use. I don't use all of them, but I use a good chunk of them. And then from that output from the switcher box, it goes into a splitter cable because, as I mentioned, the DV, not DV, like HDC, HTTP, like whatever setting that uses to play like streaming services or like Spotify or something other stuff, needs to usually be turned off in order to go to my Elgato capture card, which is what you would see on stream and stuff. But with the splitter cable, it helps bypass that setting and still goes into capture card full rendition and everything. Then the issue is from the splitter box, I want to go to the TV because this TV right here, I want to make sure I play it without turning on my computer, because if I need to turn on my computer in order to use the capture card like output for it, so I can't just use the output for my capture card to go to the TV. So I have a splitter box going from one part of it go to the TV so that I can play it whenever I want to. And then the other side of the splitter box goes directly to my PC where it's capture card, and then goes to my monitor and all that stuff. Yeah, it makes sense. It's jank. It does sound janky, but it makes sense. Like all the logic is there. Best logic? Not necessarily, but it's logical. It's like such a lot about cables back there. That's the issue too. Cable management. I barely do cable management. That's why I like to have other people help me with it. My cable management back there is as best as I could do it, because now I would have to move a lot of stuff. But yeah, cable management is really difficult. If anyone asks, our tornado went through and you just didn't have time to fix it. Basically, I could say that. It's like a jungle back there. I know Fanto Carl had helped previously and all that stuff, but it was nice of him to try. Speaking of which, I'm gonna go get some... I'm gonna get something to drink, because I am actually sweating up a storm here, so I want something cool to drink, or maybe get some ice cream. Should I get ice cream, or should I get something cold, or should I get something, you know, if you're gonna get ice cream, I'm gonna get ice cream. I'll BRB really quickly. Might have both? Yeah, maybe I get both. I'll be right back. I got ice cream. I got orange juice. Oh, we got some stuff. I got Baskin Robbins as my ice cream because I love their rainbow sherbet. I'll admit to that. Baskin Robbins sponsor me. Actually, Dora, is there a Baskin Robbins in Australia? Oh, that answers my question. What's a Baskin Robbins? Basically, it's a North American big ice cream place. They're famous for their 31 different flavors. It's just ice cream place, and they have like their famous brand and logo. Not sponsored, but I love their rainbow sherbet. It's like my favorite ice cream. Like, I think like about 3 years ago, or a little bit longer, when I discovered that they actually have like, they don't usually sell their products outside of their like stores, and then when I finally saw that they actually were selling like these like miniature cups at like grocery stores, I always had to get rainbow sherbet. Like rainbow sherbet's my favorite from like favorite ice cream flavor. I do like mint chocolate chip. That place is Gelatissimo. Gelatissimo. It's like actually ice cream place or yogurt place, because that sounds like frozen yogurt place almost. Mint chip, yeah, no, like people say mint chocolate chip is terrible. Like heck, there was like a Pokemon, not Pokemon, a Splatoon 3 like Splatfest, which is basically pit ice creams, 3 flavors of ice creams against each other and see which ones will win in Splatoon 3. And I was just like, I like mint chocolate chip. Oh, Skull, if you're still listening, there's a Splatfest going on for soon in like mid-August that has people ask, would you rather support a team for money, fame, or love? And I'm just like, huh, that's gonna be an interesting one. What would you support on that team? Oh yeah, now she's playing Witcher. I'm just like, I'm wondering if she could, if I could ask that question too. There's a Splatfest going on for Splatoon 3 in like mid-August, and where the teams are literally like the teams are money, fame, or love, and which would you support in life? It's an ice cream place, no ice cream, gelato. Oh, okay, so they have gelato too, milkshakes, cakes, and ooh, that's actually something pretty good. She said love. You know, that would be a team I would support too. How about you, Kraid? Which would you support? Money! You're just like my friend Sean. He also says money. What's your favorite ice cream door to get from that place? Or what's your favorite item you would like to get usually from that place? Because I usually like milkshakes, But now recently, I just like kind of like just like having regular ice creams for some reason. Like, I like the tangy sherbetness. There's so many. Oh, it's an ice cream cone. I really want some now. I'm sorry. What? I mean, what kind of ice creams would you get, Kraid? Because I've been like wanting like a specific set of ice creams. Like again, mint chocolate chip is like one of what ice cream set I do actually genuinely enjoy. Because like okay, actually, Kraid, is there Baskin Robbins where you are? Because again, like rainbow sherbet is my favorite from their flavors. I like strawberry Eddie's strawberry Eddie's. I don't know about Eddie's. Of course, I mean, I honestly, I would not 100% certain because I never really visited other stuff. Espresso macadamia. Ooh, indulgent Italian rochette. Lemon sherbet. Oh man, the tanginess of a lemon sherbet. That is flavorful. Like legit. Like, I never really tried raspberry or mango sherbet, but like, if you were giving me the choices of any kind of ice creams I was gonna get and I could always have them, it would be like the rainbow sherbet I have, the lemon sherbet, and I think mint chocolate chip would always be like go-tos for me. I don't want anything too sweet, but I always like a little bit of tanginess in my mouth. Mint is not tangy, but I like its freshness. Service sucks, but oh wow. I need to try that type of ice cream later, Kraid. Maybe one day when we meet, you have to give me some ice cream of that. How macadamia and dual. I never had those. You know, salted ice cream just doesn't sound right to me though, Dor. It just sounds wrong. Well, I'm not doubting you for sure. I'm just like, it's like one of those things. It's like I'm not 100% certain if I would actually like it or not. You know what? Ice cream sounds so wrong, but it's really good. Yeah, probably. Okay, I can't get that Gengar. Salted caramel. I heard that salted caramel. Or I had salted caramel. I mean, technically, Mike gave me some caramel salted candy. Fried ice cream never ceases to baffle me. Oh yeah, I mean, salted ice cream is such a not salted. Like ice cream that is deep fried is such a weird concept. Saltiness brings out that sweet flavor. I mean, saltiness is there for many reasons, but I mean, I do always want to try the like fried ice cream, but at the same time, it's fried ice cream. I mean, here's the thing. I like it's good, but it's like it's always full of fat because of obviously you have to fry it in oil, and it's not as cold as regular ice cream. So it's like I like it better when it's like ice cream that's in the freezer and just like just freezes. I need to try deep fried. You've never tried deep fried ice cream crate? Really? I think a lot of restaurants are having it now, so it's like one of the more... I think it's like on the fancier end of restaurants though, so it would make sense that you may not be able to always see it. Cause I see it on like Japanese Japanese like Japanese restaurants is what I'm saying, yeah. I've seen it in like Japanese restaurants and maybe like steakhouse restaurants. I don't know what was my first like deep fried ice cream experience. I think like when I always try to go to restaurants and have desserts, ice cream will always be my #1 pick for dessert. It's always that like a good restaurant having ice cream as a dessert, even if it's like the simple of like vanilla or chocolate, is always a nice way to end a really nice meal. Deep fried Oreos. I don't think I've ever had deep fried Oreos. But I always heard them good. I live in a city where it's not very adventurous, it's insanely expensive, and lots of government bodies and such. That sounds good, yeah. I mean, don't you live in Melbourne? I was gonna call it Malibu or something like that. It's Melbourne, right? Melbourne. I know that's where Matt lives. I love way non-Aussies say Melbourne. No, I don't. Oh, okay. Well, I thought you did, but I guess not. Well, okay. Well, how do you say Melbourne or whatever? How do you pronounce it? Let me know how Aussies say door. I want to know how you would say Melbourne. Anything deep fried is better. Deep fry a boot. Melbourne. Melbourne. No, I don't see it. I see Melbourne. We may have Melbourne, Florida, Craig, but I'm like on the opposite country from Florida. I can't go to Florida. You're the closest to Florida than me. You're even closer to Florida than me. I'm on the other side of the country. I think it will take like a whole day for me to drive to get to there. Actually, Dora, I've been watching some like videos and like some people how they speak like how Aussies speak certain things, so I can get like one of the things I always was trying to do to help practice like voice acting and stuff like that is try to practice with a little bit of accents. It's like Scottish, British, and like Aussie accents, and I'm just like, how do I pronounce certain things like that? It's like tomato, water, and stuff like that. It's like I need to pronounce it with a little bit of an accent, so I can be like close to authenticity as possible. Ooh. Oh, that's a burp. I live in the capital, the most boring city. You live in Sydney? Okay, why do people say Sydney is like the most boring city? I think it's like the hard thing about replicating your accent, Door, is mainly because the way your Sydney's not the capital. I don't know Australia's capital, but the Australian accent is just like the British accent. They say English words differently and with a bit of finesse. It's kind of like how many people have different accents. Like Craig, you should know some like Boston accents and stuff like that, where people say words slightly differently. Like I can't describe it to you well because I'm not like an accent expert, but there is a way, like if you hear it versus just say like a whatever British person, English person, like American person, or like a Scottish person, like basically there's a certain finesse with it. And the accents in the US, US is a hodgepodge of things. Like Door, like literally, if I were to have you or Matt, like, or anybody speak like Australian to me for a long time, I really want to get more used to that, so that I can be like, oh, so that's how you say certain things, etc, etc, etc. American accents speak in the front of the mouth and very loud and clear. Yeah, like, there's a lot of that to that. Yeah, it's like what? Oh, like I know that water. You don't say water. I heard like water, like that. That's what like the British and Aussie sounds say, water. And I say it in front. Like obviously it sounds weird. Like I say water. If you say water, like more in the back, water. Yeah, water. One of those. It's more back in the throat, like right down here. And I'm not used to that. I also, like, it's one of those things, Door, is that I don't know your language's rules of accents, because there's ways of, well, Craig, you know this, and we both know how messed up the English language is, but there are rules within our language that we say so people can sort of say things. And same thing with Australia and like other places. Like there are ways to speak certain things, and I don't know the Aussies' way of singing. Singing? No, saying. So that's just that's what I'm trying to figure out. I do like how the Aussie's accent sounds. I actually been wanting to practice with like Aussie and like British accents, so I can be like not butchering them so badly. You know me and my British accent. True. I think I've only heard your voice once, Door, and that was on a Fanto stream. I think it was only on a Fanto stream. Yeah, it was a Fanto stream a long time ago. I honestly do miss the days where we all got goof off. Like, Kraid and I would be up at like 4 a.m. Well, no. Kraid would be up at like 4 a.m. his time. I'll be up at like 1 or 2 a.m. in my time. And then you and Matt would be like goofing around on like with games or whatever. And our sleep schedule, all of our sleep schedules were appalling back then. 8 a.m. Dude. I still like how Kraid and I, some of our first fight, like I say fights with quotations, like a literal quotations. And I would be like, Kraid and I would be like, oh dude, Kraid, hold on. I can't play with you right now. I gotta unplug my internet and use the phones. And I gotta call my buddy and dial up or whatever. Use like or floppy disks. Which honestly with dial up, I know my parents used dial up before, but I don't remember utilizing it that much. Because I think my parents got rid of dial up as soon as like the internet got like better. Like, I legit don't remember how bad dial-up was. I saw line phones. Oh. Kraid, do you want to know... Do you want to feel old again? Do you actually want to feel old? Because, like, Skull... Kraid still says it at 4 a.m. indoors, yeah. Skull and Dor, you probably might get this too. No, actually, you will get this too. But yeah, I just want to ask if Kraid wants to feel old with this, because I have my roommate told me this today, and I was just like, oh, yeah, that's making me feel old. I don't think I need to feel any older. I'm gonna make you feel older anyway. Then it's okay, Kraid. I also have not changed my sleep schedule. Well, I mean, yeah, at least we get to hang out with each other. So Kraid. So do you remember back in the day where when people joked with like you remember like when people joke with phones and be like they held up a banana into the ear back in my day, you know, because like a banana is shaped like a phone, like, you know, the lined in phones like from the phone booths and like the pay phones or whatever, and like also your phone line phones and stuff like that. They were shaped like a curve, like a banana, right? My roommate saw this on the internet and told me to joke, and it's like you know that nowadays phones are not shaped like bananas, they're more shaped like Pop-Tarts. Because it's a flat square. And I'm just like, yeah, I get it, but I can't accept not having a banana to my ear acting like a phone now. I still really can't accept it. And it was funny because my roommate also agreed, being like, this can't, I cannot, like, she mentioned that also, like, oh, hey, I can, like, there was a comment saying, like, I'll never not use a banana as a phone, kind of thing. But yeah, no, Kraid, I was just like, we've been so far into the future that I never realized that is how it is. Dor, do you know what Pop-Tarts are? I actually don't know if this is an American thing only, or you actually know what Pop-Tarts are. No, I'm really young. Skull, do you get the banana phone thing? Oh, we have Pop-Tarts. Do you call them Pop-Tarts? Do you just call them tarts? Or do you call them Pop-Tarts? Yes, okay. I mean, Skull, at least I appreciate you actually getting that reference, too. But I will not apologize to making your Kraid feel even older. I'm just gonna say that, Skull. I'm not apologizing for that. I like it when we do the Aussie as comparison to the stream. You know, I always have to ask, because it's like I don't always know, because like there's always like, we call French fries and then they call them chips. I'm just like, and they call them Mackies. You call restaurants Mackies, but I call them McDonald's. At least I call them McDonald's. And then it's like Mickey's or something. Mackies? Mackies? Is it okay? Wait, Dor, is it Mackies or what? How do you call McDonald's again? Weekend Pop Tarts, they're not very good though. And I mean, Pop Tarts are just quick breakfasts for me. They haven't been that great since like when I was younger. Oh, he's in my crate now. I love it. Don't worry, I'll take back Kraid one day, do some stock exchanges. Kraid will be back to mine. Um, you can probably purchase him through some like other means. It's very enlightening for me, Kraid. It's interesting to know the differences in culture. Yeah, it's always true. Macas. Ah, that's it. Our quick breakfast. We're up and what the heck is that? Up and gross? What is that? Door. I actually don't know that. No, you won't. Here, how about this? Skull, didn't we agree? I'll give you Fanto if you trade me Kraid. Huh? That's what we agreed on. You get half Fanto, I have Kraid. We just ship them off in the boxes and then they live in each other's homes. Which basically means Fanto will be taking Kraid's spot and cooking everything. It's a breakfast drink. It is a. Okay, wait. Okay, wait. Deal. Hey, Kraid will get an Asian house then. He will get all of Carl's RGB lightings. Hey, Kraid, you'll be moving to Washington relatively soon. How about that? The breakfast change with Itcher of the Guards. Okay, I need to look this up. I actually don't know what you're talking about, Door. So it's called UPNGOS. Or like, what's it called? Okay, we need input. Fanta cooking me food. That's a deal. I mean, Carl does cook his own food from when he's at home alone. I mean, Skull, do we need Kraid's input? Do we need Carl's input in this? Shows the golden blood of the Greek gods. Basically, it's God sent. Really? Oh, not Carl, just grades. Okay. Up and Go is the name. Up and Go. Up and Go. Drink. Liquid breakfast. Up and Go. Oh, so it's just one of those like shakes, like morning shakes. We have something similar to that in America. Carl is asleep, true, yes. Up and Goes, yeah. I've definitely seen something similar to that. It was like a breakfast shake or something like that. I'd be begging my ma for these every time we go to shops. Are you old enough to shop for yourself now, Dor? Or does your ma keep like telling you have to eat certain things? Because now that I live on my own, I kind of buy whatever I want. I'll say that right now to me. It's like the day that you are actually on your own and then you can purchase your own stuff. The days like you are just spending on like different things. Although one rule, Blazer, if you get Kraid, no telling Matt. I buy too many cookies. What kind of cookies? That depends on if you're spending your money well on cookies, Kraid. I will judge you based on your what kind of cookies you get. I mean, how are we gonna hide it from Matt anyway, Skull? If I get Kraid, I don't have a job, but I have access to Ma's Cole's account and have permission to order things when I need them. Oh, that's good. That's fine. I mean, at least that's fine. He's busy working. I know. I know Matt is busy working. Again, I miss the old lad. There've been many times where I just want to play games with him and play some old like other stuff. I actually played with Rivers recently, not a bit ago actually. He and I had some fun playing like Fall Guys, a game that I haven't touched in like ever. Where's River been? Hold on. Me and Ma have a mutual understanding that if I don't like dinner that was prepared, I'll just get something. You know what? That's fine, Dor. That's fine. Just have some macas. I gotta keep buying some Reviver seeds over and over. Where have Rivers been? Rivers actually has been not only busy, but he has been taking care of a child. For you guys who hasn't gotten updated, which I think is pretty much all of you, yeah, Rivers has a baby. My cuz. Yeah, he has a kid. He posts this in his Instagram and stuff like that, and my gosh, he is that kid is cute, is what I would say. Yeah. No, like he is like so busy that not only does he work at like really odd hours, he has to go to bed early and then he has to take care of the kid. So it's just like one of those, like, it's so difficult to play with him, but he managed to make some time for just some Fall Guys. I'm just like, I'm so glad I got to play with him a little bit because it's been a long while. He and I should he and I and like others should play like Pummel Party because he wanted to play some Pummel Party, and I was like, I'm down to play some Pummel Party. Aggressive, yeah. Yeah, it makes sense. Yeah, I mean, I get it. Everyone's busy now, especially with COVID regulations. All like have been pretty much lifted, even though we're technically still in a pandemic. "2020 was such a weird year." I'll let him know you guys say congrats to him. Landside Cave. We all found each other at a time and the world stopped and had us so much extra time. Literally, that's why I stay up so late. You Crate and I just stay up so late. And Skull found Fanto randomly. Door I was introduced from with Matt. And it was just, we all hung out and we got to play with each other. And now that years have changed and things have gotten back to kind of normal-esque schedules, it's been harder to hang out with all you guys. And that's why, like, I know I've been wanting to stream at different times. Like, I legit want to be streaming at sometimes different times and stuff. But the issue is that I can't guarantee that I would, oh, there it is. Can I spell it out? There we go. Like, there's times I want to stream on different times, and sometimes it's different days. I've been trying to go on different days right now, but I've been really tired on other things. But Yeah, I again, like I wanted to stream on different times for you guys and hang out with you guys on different days. But I know that with work and we all need to get like obviously money and all that stuff to just do everything. So yeah, it's different now. Yeah, I found Fanta through my best friend Try. Yeah, and that was like I remember that stream because he was playing Mario Kart Wii for the first time in like forever. And then Carl came back, and then it was just like, oh man, Rain just joined in, and then you joined in like I think, not the same stream, but I think a different stream, I believe. Skull, I believe so. And then he invited you over, kind of thing, like into the stream specifically. I'm a whole adult now. Yeah, that's true, Dor. You are an adult now. I remember like just how a lot of things just were different. You and like Shed and everyone else were just like so busy with school, and there was us like me and Kraid and just be like, yeah, we are not in school, but we were busy with like jobs and stuff. I'm honestly never forget the 12 plus hour streams. I know they're not really keeping happening, but dang, I miss them. I mean, yeah, I mean 12-hour streams were fun enough, and I don't mind them fully. I don't want to do them again, mainly for health reasons and like just because I've been also getting busy with other things. So honestly, like as much as like I would personally be like, I could do a few 12-hour streams. Heck, I could probably do a 12-hour stream for this stream too. I'm not gonna. But there were times with Magical where it actually happened. Heck, one of the 12-hour streams I met Biz and Andre, and that was a fun time. Mario Kart Wii, yeah, so I joined in a month after, and I was super shy about it. I mean, that's fine. When you meet new people, you don't always need to be like super extroverted and be like, oh, hey, I'm... so many things happened that brought us together. Yeah, I mean, again, Matt was like legit my first raider, like my first person I raided, and you, Kraid, were only playing. Well, you were on stream with him, playing with him, and like freaking playing Pokemon Coliseum, and I was just like, this guy seems a very chill man. I'm gonna hang out with him more, and it was a fun time actually. I'm grateful for meeting you guys. Without y'all, I never would have discovered I was trans, dude, and that's. I'm grateful that we actually legit help you for that, like, for real. I'm glad that everything worked out as well. So, Dor, I legit missed you. I missed everyone. I love contacting with people, staying in contact with people, and just really overall just wish we could all just always be friends no matter how long we don't talk with each other. Again, like Dor, you don't need to come on my streams every single time. I always appreciate you dropping in and just saying hello at least, because it's been fun. And again, like everyone, people, even like other people who join my streams later, like Yeeves and like everyone else too. Like I'm always grateful, like legit grateful for everyone who joins my streams, who hangs out, talks, and just chills. Like we don't need to be like overly playing everything. I always try to make it out to be sometimes, and I just like to hang out, but sometimes I just like chill night, so I just play a game like this and you know just be like that. So really I am grateful for all of you guys just being around, sticking around with all the shenanigans that goes on, and always being patient. So I've been at this streaming thing for like already July. Pretty much this is my 5th year streaming pretty consistently on Twitch, and yeah, it's been like 5 years. Yeah, I started like in like July, and I know my affiliate anniversary kind of already passed. I didn't want to like sub, because like I don't want people to sub to me, bit me, or donate to me because they feel like they have to. I personally just play games and entertain or then just talk with people because I want to. Because I feel like it's just a nice time to just hang out and stream. Like, if some people want to join, and there are certain games I could allow people to join. Mario Kart sessions are technically a thing I could always do for public streaming. Obviously not all games I'll be publicly opening it up, like Gartic Phone and stuff like that. Obviously I have my reasons, but every single time I stream, I always like to hang out with people, so yeah. I didn't read crates. My first real experience Twitch was on match streaming, and that's when I met Dor, Shed, George, and so many others. Yeah. I met you, Crate, and I met Dor and like other people on there, like Rivers and everyone else just on there, and it was legit a fun time. I honestly really miss I miss those days, but I'm not gonna harp on it too much because again, everyone has busy lives. Everyone is getting older. People are getting busier and busier, so I'm not gonna be trying to make people go back to what it back just because like I want it to come back. I just keep them as fond memories. I love to sub monthly again when I'm able to do so. I mean, Craig, just don't force yourself, obviously. I don't want you to struggle, and obviously you and Skull be safe. Of course, you guys are important and need to take care of you guys' selves first before anything. This community is super cool. I'm glad to hear it, George. Nah, I called you George. I don't know. I think it's because I read Craig's message about George at the end, and I was just like, oh, why did I say George? Door. I think it's like, no, was it Door? I think it was. Do I misspeak? Oh yeah. I was gonna say like, Door? Wasn't it George and you kept getting mistaken, being like, oh, who's George and who's Door? Because like both of you would be on at the same time. It's like who is who, and then Shed sometimes pops in and be like, I am Door too. Oh yeah, same green name. That was at the time too. Yeah, was that? I think Shed also tried to pretend they were Door too. I was about to say that wasn't the first time it happened. It's been a long time since I last said George and Door together. That's a callback. It's been a long time. George. Yeah, memories happen, but yeah, every one of you guys I have fond memories with. I don't regret streaming on the random days I've done it in the past and like hanging out with you all. Even when I used to do like Wednesday streams, and technically they might come back in some form soon. Not exactly, but sometime relatively soon, because I do want to I'm just gonna call you Gabilia. I do want to play like these single player games more often, because I need to get back to certain other single player games. There's those midday chills Wednesday streams. I mean, you're working during Wednesdays, I think. Kraid. Or is that Skull? I don't think. I think yeah, it was you, Kraid, that works midday, and Skull works on a different time. I mean, Door would never be able to join midday for those streams ever, because so I still have on you when I'm at work. I mean, that's true. You underestimate my power. I mean, Door, come here's the thing. I would stream midday, and that would be literally like midnight for you, because I used to stream at like 1 o'clock, and so that would be like midnight or like 1 or 2 a.m. in the morning for you. I wouldn't say I underestimate you. I stay. I mean, I don't underestimate your power, George. Oh god dang it! Ever since Door came back, I think I'm gonna be calling Door George now. And then when George finally shows up, it will be like, oh yeah, Door. Just show up more often, Door, and then I'll eventually call you George instead, and then be like, yeah, Door, you're never gonna get your name back again. I'm just gonna call you George forever now, just because that's just easier. And then just like, and George will maybe be Door or just be George. So just be like, I'm only changing your name to George. I just put you on when I have to chop a bunch of vegetables. Oh really? Chop 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 chop. Better not be cutting a lot of onions and then crying. How it always should be. Door and George, they're always the same person. Have you ever seen Door and George in the same room? That's the question you should ponder. Because you can make 2 accounts and be like, act the same person. Have you ever seen them in the same room? Dun dun dun. Maybe Door is lying that they live in Australia. And George, or they are like, George doesn't live in Europe. They all live in Australia. It's a mystery. Conspiracy. Sometimes the onions will cause you something. I mean, I should mention about the. I don't know if you ever guys heard my story about the super onions incident when I was living at like college. Also, or I appreciate that picture. May I use that as an emote because I really like it. I almost want to ask you if you could animate it too. I don't want you to push more on you. You may. Ooh. Now I just need to decide what kind of emote I'm gonna use it for. Great guys all the time. Great guys all the time. Playing Duel Links cries. Cuts the onion cries. Watches Pokemon cries. When does Kraid not cry? Yeah, when my team is losing. Gets King of Games. Cries. Oh, that reminds me. Do you guys know about the anime or manga of Bobo? Still don't know how to name it, unfortunately. I mean, that's fine, Door. Might be figure out something. Sees Muse cry. But the anime or manga Bobo, the shonen protagonist, there is they actually are releasing a Neandroid little figurine that has Bobo and Yami Yugi coming out of his hair. And if you guys don't know, Bobo in the manga, not in the anime, because the anime never got to that point, where the mangaka of Bobo actually asked the mangaka for Yu-Gi-Oh to draw Yami Yugi, or attempt more so, to come out of his head and do an attacking move on an enemy. And that was like a collaborative effort. It became such a big meme or like a big funny thing. And they're actually making a Neandroid for that. And it makes me really want Bobo to continue the anime or finish it up. Like I grew up with Bobo. If you guys don't know, it's a crazy show. It never makes sense, but it's funny. Is Kraid done being bullied? Never. As long as you're with Skull, never. Sees Goku die, cries. Honestly, when we see Goku die first time, probably we would cry. I don't see any reviver seeds. I thought I was gonna get a reviver seed. Great seas, tigers, loot, the Mariners cries. The Mariners, I heard, have not been doing well recently. All right, I'm done. Good. They both suck. Yeah. I still want Mariners to go to the World Series at some point in my lifetime. Like, actually go to the World Series in my lifetime. And if they do, I'm gonna buy the tickets. Done with my ice cream. Eves, I hope you're done with your ice cream. If you did get ice cream, though, that is. 21 years ago. Yeah, but I was like 6 years old. And I think that was the time I moved to Chicago, actually. It's been a while since I last paid attention to sports personally. Ah, Reviver Seed. There we go. The Tigers lost in 06 and in 2012. Wow. Here's the part. 06, like Sonic 06. Still, that's a game I'm still going to be playing and recording at one point and then showing you guys how ridiculous and absurd it is. You know something? Sunflower has been pretty excited lately. Hey. Stuff like, oh my gosh, the surround sea is, oh my gosh, nobody can see 1,000 years. That sort of thing. Hey. She's been on the tier all by herself. Hey. Sunflower is down at the guild's lower level right now. Hey. If you're interested, you should chat with someone about it. Okay, now I got the, I don't know how long he's been there. Game is a meme. I have both versions of Sonic 06. So, fall damage exists. I mean, fall damage exists in Witcher 3. Having fall damage makes sense. Oh yeah. Yeah. Fall damage exists in like Witcher 3. In Borderlands, they don't exist. At least in 2 and 3, I believe. Not in 1, it does exist. 2 and 3 doesn't exist. 2 and 3, fall damage doesn't exist. I was actually talking about Borderlands 2 earlier this stream and everything. Hey, have you two heard of the surrounded sea? There's a sea far in the north. It's an uncharted part of the ocean, and can you imagine? It's been encased in ice over 10,000 of years. But word is spreading by the recent discovery. They say there's now a break in the ice. The gap is open. All exposure to go through in close sea. Oh my gosh, can you imagine it? A world where no one has seen 10 for 1,000 years? Stuff sweeping measures. Oh no. Apparently the woods, ocean currents, all courses are on sea. I've heard rumors that many of the rare treasures are carried there by the currents. Oh my gosh, just thinking enough making me feel faint. I see entrances to this Blizzard Island. We should go look for ourselves. Blizzard Island? You can go to the surrounding sea. Alright, time to go to story progress for once. Before I die in the heat. Actually, wait a minute. Door, Just don't fall. There's no fall damage here. Isn't it winter for you? I forget. Yeah, I keep forgetting. Australia is in the southern hemisphere, and it's not the northern hemisphere like Kraid, Skull, and I. I'm dying of heat in my room. About Kraid and... Can we trade? Can we trade rooms? I have like, it feels like 86 degrees in my room right now. No. You don't want the heat? But I thought you were complaining about the cold. I'd rather freeze my butt off and be hot. Why do you live in Australia then? It's like ridiculously hot there. Oh, we're dying till we get Kraid's AC. Now it's freezing in here. I was born here. I need to get a portable AC in my room, but I'm not gonna get it until like Black Friday. I know it's not gonna be relatively cold by then. But it's better to get a portable AC now, like then when a cheaper deal, than get it later. Because I'm gonna be staying in this place without an AC for a while, and I'd rather get one. But if you were to move, like able to move to a different place that's potentially colder or like cooler than then Australia, would you do that? Also, the one thing I don't want to do is move to Australia, mainly because I don't want to deal with all the spiders and creepy critters you guys got their door. No offense to your country, it's beautiful, but my gosh, I am not gonna go there a lot of times. I don't even know how I survived without seeing any of those creeper crawlies when I was younger into Australia. The Braves, when we make the trade, you come here, I'll go there. But I like my place, Skull. I don't want to trade my place. I'll trade you Fanto, but I won't trade you my place. Our houses have very thin walls to keep the heat out, but that doesn't go very well in winter. I mean, that makes sense. I'd move to Norway without a moment of hesitation. Really? Norway? Why Norway? Is there like a specific reason for Norway? I couldn't do it either, Blaze. Too many bugs in Australia. Yeah. Like, the thing about it, like, I honestly don't know how you and Matt are able to handle all the, like, bugs, like the, poisonous spiders, big spiders, and, like, all the other stuff. Like, the animals, like, are easy enough because you just don't have to make sure you don't get into their way and everything. But I'm more of, like, I'm, like, all the creeper qualities, even seeing, like, what, the... Like, even seeing, like, snakes come inside, like, toilet and everything. It's freaky. But portable AC. I will buy my own portable AC. I'm terrified of spiders. I'm terrified of spiders too. So actually, fun fact that Spider-Man, the Sam Raimi's one from 2002, actually helped build my fear of spiders personally. because I got this. That was the first time I actually got to see a spider up close and personal with his eyes. Good. Social protection for autism and trans individuals. Snow. Good food. Much closer to other European countries. Snow. Did I mention snow? Does Australia not get snow? Actually, legit, like, Australia does not get snow. Nah, our bugs aren't even that bad. You say they aren't that bad, but they're dangerous to society. Oh, you only get snow in the high up in the mountains? Okay, so Australia really doesn't get any snow. Got it. Kind of similar to our areas. Kraid, Skull, do you guys get like a lot of snow where you guys live? Because for me, it depends sometimes. We sometimes get a lot of snow and other times we don't. You're lucky to get, even that snow is pretty pathetic. You're lucky to even get an inch here. Yeah, we sometimes get like a few inches on rare occasions. We get it way too much. Heck, we got blizzard here a couple times during like December and it was crazy. And I say blizzard, it was just like a random snowstorm. It wasn't that bad. Like, I always fear of getting, like, okay, but we have to deal with a few bugs. Y'all have to deal with a massive wildcats and bears. We don't get wildcats and bears that often. Like, they're in specific areas of the mountains and like states. Where I live, they're not anywhere near. So, great. So then how do you and Skull deal with, what was it? What do you guys do to deal with the snow then? Oh, and coyotes. I was trying to remember the name. Coyotes are not that often. Really, it's not. She got bitten by a venomous spider not too long ago. Easy tanked it. They aren't really that bad. You're more brave than Kraid and I will say that, Door. I would not be able to handle poisonous spiders just because I don't like dealing with spiders, arachnophobia, and all that stuff. You know, the freaky stuff. Actually, Skull, are you arachnophobic too, or what? Well, we don't own our own property at the moment, but we have to constantly shovel it. I mean, that makes sense. I mean, my dad would ask me to help shovel me and my brother too. Slightly. Hey, it sounds like you are a better fit to handle spiders than me and Kraid, though. That's the thing. Stars. Okay, maybe you hate it here, then yeah. Again, I wouldn't mind visiting Australia. Living in Australia, no. I actually have a professor who I talked to quite a bit, moved back to Australia after living in Washington for so long at the university. And I'm just like, I don't think I'm ever going to see him again because I don't know his phone number or address. But it would be nice to see him again. See how he's doing. I found a spider. Oh wait. Promise by living in my bed, bro, snuck under my covers, and it bit me in my sleep. Dude, no. I cannot handle that. That is no. No, no, no. I will not be able to sleep normally that night. That night. So I definitely want to visit. Couldn't live there. Had the audacity to be mad at me when it was my bed. Way too hot. Yeah, I want to go home. You are home. You're home with us in Australia. Wait, this is someone's item. Why can't... I didn't sleep in my room for a week. Maybe that makes sense. Yeah, I got 2 items that... Actually relatively cold where I live. I mean, as long as it's relatively cold. Again, like, I can't handle heat too much. I can handle heat for the most part, but I can easily get heat stroke because I don't pay attention to all my things. Coastal cities are ridiculously too hot. I'll rather live in the coast. God dang it, I hate the bullet seeds. I wasted 1 reviver seed because I couldn't do anything about that. Canberra are inland, so at most it'll hit 38 degrees Celsius. Yeah, you guys use Celsius. We're the weird ones that use Fahrenheit. That would be like 90 degrees, I believe, Fahrenheit, Kraid, and Skull. Just giving you an idea. Yeah, like not 100 degrees, yeah. Okay, where are the weird ones? Ah, Wonder Egg. Done it. Absolutely hate it. Yeah, it's been... Well, actually, Washington's actually been really good. Like, this is the first summer where it actually wasn't overly 100 degrees. We have very dry heat compared to America, though. Well, okay. In Washington, it is dry heat. In, like, Florida area where Kraid was talking about, it is humid heat. I don't know where Kraid and Skull are. I think you guys have dry heat, if I recall correctly. I don't know if you guys have dry heat or humid heat. Humid heat is the worst. I went to, like, Georgia once for my brother's orientation to the university there, and it was unbearable. Oh, you guys have humid. Oh, Jesus. I am sorry, Kraid, for you and Skull. Sydney is not a nice place to live in the summer. Oh, I like how they put the egg there. That's cute. You know the egg we found at the Surrounded Sea yesterday? It's glowing with this mystical light, isn't it? What do you think it is, isn't it? Ah! It moved! Hey, Roy, the egg did move just now, didn't it? No, it didn't. Oh, Roy, the egg it's hatching. It's supposed to transform, not just hatch. We stole a baby. Hi! Wow, it's a Pokemon, but I've never seen anything like this. Who are you? Why you are so cute? Our baby now. Yeah, he's cute. Hey, little guy, what kind of Pokemon are you? Pokey? Maybe this little guy is too young to understand anything I say. I say? What should we do? I've never had to deal with Pokemon like this little guy before. Oh, I know. We should ask Chatot. He's the guild head of intelligence. Let's go see Chatot, Roy. Sydney's very humid. Jesus. Our baby now. Humidity doesn't actually come from the surrounding Great Lakes. It comes from the Gulf of Mexico. Really? That one I did not know. That still sucks, though. You guys are away from Gulf of Mexico, though. And so we came to see you. Do you have any idea what kind of Pokemon this little guy is, Chatot? Well? Hey, James. How was your wedding? Thanks for the 9 months, my dude. Makes sense. Hope you're doing well. Well, to be honest, this is the first time I've actually seen a Pokemon of this sort. But judging from what you've told me, this youngster appears to be a Pokemon named Manaphy. Manaphy? Correct. This youngster is an extremely rare Pokemon. There are only a few in the whole world. It's said to hatch at the bottom of a cold sea. It then travels the seas over 1,000 miles. I should emphasize that a Manaphy is very rarely sighted. As a result, little is actually known about the Pokemon. Wow! So this little guy is a really rare Pokemon. Rare! So, you two, what do you intend to do with this youngster? What? What should we do? Well, come to think of it, what to do? We haven't given it much thought. Oh, it's so cute crying. Alright. I was gonna make a Courage the Cowardly Dog reference, but I'm not gonna do that. South Korea home, James. I know you miss South Korea. I actually do want to go back to South Korea school at one point, but I haven't found the time to do it. Long day. Well, get some rest, James. A long day, man. The wind pulls the humidity all the way up here. Yeah, it makes sense, too. I guess you guys caught up in, like, the gust of the whole, like, humidity of the Gulf of Mexico. Whoa, what? What's wrong? The baby started crying all of a sudden. I would imagine he's hungry. Right, what should we feed him? I'm not sure, but because this youngster's a water-type Pokemon, how about feeding him some blue gummies? Okay, some blue gummies. Let's see. Blue gummies. We found some at Craggy Coast, I think. Let's go get some blue gummies, Roy. We're gonna leave this crying baby. Roy doesn't have a blue gummy. Wow. Why do you give me that option, game? I like how games give me options to be like, oh, you could do this. Wait a minute, you can't. I mean, I do have blue gummies. I saved a lot of gummies before. So there's that. Let me just see what we got. I'll always keep a key on me because I never know when I find another door dungeon again. It bothers me. I found one, but I never got the option to get a key. Which sucks. I don't know if I'll ever see one again by the time I end this playthrough. Because, like, I am intending to end this playthrough based on the story beats. And it's gonna be still a bit, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna guarantee seeing it. I'm already running out of space. I need to either start selling some stuff, or I'm gonna need to get rid of items. My intention is to still... Ooh, a lot of reviver seeds. How many storage things I can do? Don't let the escorts eat your seeds. Basically. I need to start selling some things. Give me a second. Ah, that's what the orb looks like. Oh, yeah, you almost got it. Like, orbs are literally just like the orbs. Like, they don't look like anything else. I need to start getting rid of some items. I really don't like how many items you get now. I was trying to replicate the peace fade out meme, but didn't. You know what? That makes sense why you did that peace sign. I mean, getting rid of, like, some of my items, so I'll take it. Wabba wabba. Wabba Fit. The Wabba Fit has lipstick just because it's a female. Alright, I'll do it one more time. Oh yeah. I need to not forget. I got dailies to do. Actually, Kraid, when is Skull? When is when is your daily reset for Duel Links? I think I need to change the lighting because I noticed that my lighting is too much. Why are you not? I can't control my other light. Gotta fix that. Don't you have like daily resets for it, or is that not a thing? Isn't there like daily tasks or whatnot? Because those gacha games still has like daily tasks. Oh, our weekly. Oh, do you guys have weekly tasks instead? By the way, Door, don't ever get into like gotcha games. They're drain your soul. When is your weekly resets? Or is it always Sunday or something like that? My friend almost got me into a Genshin. Genshin on mobile? I guess you got mobile on your end, Door, than PC. Laptop? Yeah, I mean, Genshin does take a lot of time. Honestly, I'm not too surprised personally. I have so much Reviver seeds. Good. I gotta mix some drinks. But yeah, I've tried Genshin before, Door. I actually did it like I think possibly last year, and Genshin was fun for a time being, but I haven't tried it in like forever, and it ended up just being more. Got tedious to a point. You explory, really? So would you say like open world games, like Zelda Breath of the Wild, or like even the, heck, even like collectathons like Banjo-Kazooie would be it. Witcher 3 I heard is really good. I mean, I think it won Game of the Year even there, so there has to be a reason for it to be good. Has a lot of cutscenes. Crate actually has the Game of the Year edition. I mean, that makes sense. Crate Game of the Year. Well, here's the thing, Skull. Game of the Year edition on Switch is like the basically Witcher. You already has everything. Yeah, Zelda, Breath of the Wild, Sky of Eternal Light. Still need to try that one. Minecraft. If I ever bring back Minecraft as a server, you're free to join us on Minecraft, Door, because I want to play. I know that Digits was talking about playing Minecraft again, but I want to play like with custom mods and everything, because vanilla Minecraft does get a little bit boring from time to time, or there's not much substance to it now with all the It's weird stuff. Even though it pushes the word limits open world, Red Dead. Oh, Red Dead, really? Oh, grubs. Last of Us is not really open world. Good. Really? It's not. I played Last of Us, at least. At the very least, collecty though. I mean, I guess. I mean, Kraid will like this, but if you get to have a chance to play Banjo-Kazooie, that's very collectathon. Like, Kraid will back me up on this. Like, Banjo-Kazooie, it's a fun game. I played it, and I've enjoyed my playthrough of it. It's genuinely a fun game. And I think you would have some fun. If you like collecting things and like a little bit of an open world style game, I think it will be something you would go for. Dor, I think you would like Tears of the Kingdom or even the Pikmin series. I am always a person to push. Oh, shoot. My DS was flashing. I almost lost save. I was not paying attention. I will always support Pikmin. I've played all the Pikmin games except Hey Pikmin, and I support people playing Pikmin. Depending on the series is depending on my recommendation what you want to do with the series. But I just finished binging Pikmin 4. I beat it in like within a total of 45 hours, and that's mainly because me 100%ing the game. Like I actually 100% everything. And I genuinely think Pikmin 4 is a love letter to the people who played Pikmin 1 and 2 growing up and been wanting a Pikmin game like that for a long time. I think one person calling it a Pikmin 2, which is like basically Pikmin 4 is like the Pikmin 2 of Pikmin 3 kind of thing. Like if you think Pikmin 3 is like Pikmin 1 but a better version of it, that's kind of, and then Pikmin 4 does more polishing but it has a lot more difficulty in certain areas, especially when you're going for 100%. That's kind of like how it is. I still call Pikmin 4 still relatively easy compared to Pikmin 2, and that's comparing specifically to Pikmin 2. I would say Skull personally. I would say give 1 and 2 a chance. Like actually, it is genuinely a fun thing. Again, but since you play Pikmin 3, I highly give you a tip of like, it's not going to be the easiest thing to control Pikmin 1. Pikmin 2 is a lot more fluid, but Pikmin 2 is like veteran difficulty on veteran difficulty. It's extremely difficult. It's frustrating at times, and I do not recommend it for the faint of heart. So you need to practice with Pikmin, understand the mechanics, and then you can try Pikmin 2. Pikmin 4, you would understand more of the references if you played Pikmin 1 and 2 first, and then played Pikmin 4, but that's up to you. Kraid's gone to bed, but yes, he'd back you up on it. Yeah, okay. I mean, I hope Kraid gets some sleep. I want to play Tears of the Kingdom Banjo one day for sure. I mean, Tears of the Kingdom, yeah, when you get your Switch, Banjo-Kazooie are also on like the online, and there's other ways to play Banjo-Kazooie, like actually other ways, Door, if you ever want to go out those routes. I'm thinking of just looking it up. Pikmin, it does are funny looking, but it is actually a strategy game, so very much soon. So I'm off tomorrow. That's fine. I'm gonna see to stream tomorrow anyway around D&D time. It's still not, D&D is still not happening because we're all still on a bit of a hiatus, but I do hope to catch you there, Skull, and and all that. I hopefully plan to finish up specifically the Bloody Trapland. I'm gonna text Lissa that, making sure that we are all good to go on Bloody Trapland. Because I think this is gonna be the last weekend before James is unable to join us for that stuff. And then I can always talk about like other games too. Yes, I tend to gravitate to those mentioned games, but you'll also find me playing COD, FNAF, Iron Lung, next was. Hey, Door. You're talking to a guy who plays a variety of games, retro games to the newest games. I've been playing various different games. I've been playing a game called Dragon Warrior Monsters on a regular basis. Like, it's one of my childhood game series. It's like Pokemon, but with Dragon Quest monsters. If you don't know what a Dragon Quest series is, it's a JRPG. Basically, it's the granddaddy of like RPGs. Like, it's basically the spawn of JRPGs, which you could say is basically the granddaddy of any video game RPG in existence. Like, it was the one of like basically the prime first game of RPG that set base the very skeleton of what RPGs are. And it's been going on since 1986 till like now still, and it's still making the series go on. There's so many spin-offs, but Dragon Warrior Monsters is like their Pokemon version of Dragon Quest games, and I enjoyed it as a kid. I liked it. I play it on like my Thursday and Fridays early, but you always can catch it onto my other stream, on my other archive stream channel. So if you want to catch it, but I play a lot of that stuff. I play COD. COD servers are coming back, so I might consider getting some other like older COD games just to play with some friends. And then like, I haven't touched FNAF or all that stuff, but there's some other games. You're streaming tomorrow, not D&D, just multiplayer stuff. I plan on streaming at least Bloody Trapland for the most part, maybe some other multiplayer stuff, but most so Bloody Trapland, because I'm trying to finish up a few of these games, because Bloody Trapland, like Pico Park and other stuff, are on my list of games I'm trying to complete. So I literally have a list in front of me right now that basically says what games are still currently being played and all that stuff. So no D&D. It's not gonna happen until like maybe mid-August at the earliest, and we'll see how from there. D&D may not even come back till maybe September with our current track record. So I'm just saying right now. But yeah, Dor, if you like some open world collecting, I think Dragon Quest 11 Illusion of Ages like S on the Switch is also so organized. If you get a lot of people, yeah, it's a bit of a hassle. I wouldn't call it an easy thing. I wouldn't call it an easy thing to organize. We're lucky enough to organize what we got. Yeah, but I have my YouTube archive channel. I think I still have it on the. Nope, it's not on that. It's not on that list. I have an archive channel on my like bio description and the about page. So if you ever want to check it out, it's all organized. Well, no, it's not organized on YouTube yet because I'm a bit slow on that stuff, but I'll get to it because ADHD is a thing. I'll be swimming tomorrow, so I better get some rest. Oh, dude, have fun swimming, Skull. Take it easy. So, and I'll see you later, Skull. Have a good night. Tell Crate I said good night, and in the morning or whatever, and hope you guys both have a great day. All right? Thanks for hanging out. I'm trying to organize a homebrew myself, but I'm difficult. I joined the fish and not come back. If you join the fish, no guarantees. I might catch you and then grill you up because I like seafood. But I'm working with a Filipino, a Greek, and 3 Aussies. Very difficult. Negative. Only Carl can you have grade? Yep. Instructions unclear. I'm a fish now. All that meme. Anyways, go get some rest. I'll catch you later. Alright? I can't get that? Oh. I could use those. Bye. Aww, Sakura giving a kiss. Yeah, this is it shouldn't be taking too much longer to beat this section, and once I beat this section, I will call it a night. I don't want to go too much longer. Blue gummy. I already have plenty of gummy, so I don't have to go to the cave again. What? What? Go on, eat it. It's a blue gummy. Gummy? Nibble, nibble. Gimme, gimme! Whew. He ate the gummy. Gimme, gimme! He likes you, Roy. He's so cute. Hey, Roy. This little guy's still a baby. How about we look after him for a while? No! I don't want to take care of it. What? You can't just leave a poor little guy. He can't fend for himself. Come on. Let's look after the little guy there. Please? No. Having a baby is too much responsibility here. I don't want to deal with a baby. Can't you take no for an answer? I don't want to take care of a baby. I'm not ready for a child. Help. Like, whatever. And this game is teaching you is like, once you have a baby, there's no turning back. Look at this guy together. Alright, fine. Awesome, we'll do it. Do it! Children. Ega. I'm not sure this is a good idea. What? This child is a Pokemon that normally would grow in the sea. This environment is obviously unlike the sea. Add to that, we know next to nothing about Manaphy. Who knows what could happen? But wouldn't it be safe to just return the little guy to sea? Let's look after the little guy until he gets a bit bigger, please. We'll look after him properly, we promise. Fine, if you insist. You have nothing to worry about that. You can count on us. Just carry a bucket, basically. It's like that Davy Jones scene. Have you seen the at World's End door where Davy Jones can't touch land? So when they were meeting in the middle of a land before like the big battle, they had Davy Jones stand in a bucket, a barrel. I'm just imagining Manaphy being like that. Okay, Manaphy, time being, this is our house. House? That's right, house. We're going to look after you, little guy. House! What are we supposed to do now? Gummy. Oh, okay, you want a blue gummy? He's got quite a bit out of little Manaphy. Okay, let's go find another blue gummy for Manaphy. This child is too much. Asking for food. Making me use all my preservatives. How many blue gummies do I have? I should take some of these. How dare it ask for sustenance? Dude, I should already teach it how to fend for itself. At some point, I'm gonna kick it out and be like, you're on your own, child. And it's like, I'm not gonna be protecting you because you're cute. I'm gonna teach you the meaning of actually dealing with your own finances. You're gonna have to learn to do your own finances. You're gonna buy your own place. You're gonna have to do all that stuff. You cannot tell me that you want more food. Also, why do I sleep here, not in the guild? It's so weird. Gimme, gimme! Good luck. Throws it into the ocean. Literally, I feel like this is kind of similar to what's going to be like. It's like, cause like, if you don't know Manaphy, in the Manaphy movie, they were literally like, this child just born, they have to take care of it and take it to like a special place because that's its destiny. Barely like a week old. And then it has to be like, I have to let you go now. Goodbye, child. You have to learn all your instincts on your own. You might die, but good luck. You have Kyogre on your side. The king of the sea. Gummy! Chew, chew, chew. Is it tasty or gummy tasty? Tasty? That's right, tasty. Tasty, gummy tasty! Those guys going to grow up in no time at this pace. Oh, is something wrong? This little guy ate his fill. Now he needs to sleep it off. Let's be quiet and let him sleep. Sleep tight, Manaphy. The next morning. Good morning, Roy. Hi. Good morning, Manaphy. Good morning, Roy. Morning, Goku. Wow, the little guy is calling us by our name. It's awesome, Manaphy. Awesome! Well, Roy, what should we do with him today? Eating and sleeping all the time doesn't seem to have healthy enough. I know. Let's take the little guy on a walk for the beach. Walk! Bangs pots. Good thing I have no pots and pans in my living abode. Let's see, what's on the shop today? What's on the black market? A river seed. I gotta store my money. Yeah, I think I'm like not. I'm like a little bit into this story. Yeah, this is gonna take a little bit for things to actually progress to a point where I can actually feel like I can save. Because it takes a few moments to get to the next story beat of each time. Come on, Manaphy, over here. Manaphy, this is the sea. Sea. Sea? That's right, sea. That's where you came from. Sea. Goku. Roy. So cute. Sea. Roy, Manaphy's really happy. Great that we brought him down to the beach. Sea. And so, Manaphy, Roy, and Goku played until sunset. That night... Manaphy's awake. The next morning... Good morning, Roy. Good morning, Manaphy. Oh, Roy, Manaphy is missing. What? What should we do? Where could he have gone? Let's go look for Manaphy. I think the only place we're gonna go look for it is in the store, because I want to buy stuff. Two reviver seeds. Oh my god, this is... I need to get more reviver seeds. So I don't. So Door, to explain like why I'm so obsessed with the reviver seeds is that in this game, once your Pokemon dies, any Pokemon dies, they would need to be revived through reviver seeds. Otherwise, they're just gone. Like they have to be immediately used. And in so many cases, I've lost so many reviver seeds that to a point where I basically had only like 3 left. And I'm trying to stock up on reviver seeds, but also trying to make as much money as I can. And I've already used so much of my money just to get it. This game is brutal, is what I would say. Don't you... Like, there are times where I feel like games should balance a little bit better when it comes to... like moves and stuff. Like this game, I like the concept, but my gosh, it is extremely difficult to deal with all the like it is extremely difficult to deal with all the crap of its moves, because some moves can kill Pokemon instantaneous, or they can attack like from across the world, and it's so annoying. Like, I'm not joking when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like, it's I've had too many times where this, yeah, like there are like earthquakes and stuff like that, and it would hit across the room. I could not hit the Pokemon in any way because the Pokemon was across the room. Like, this is like multiple tiles across the room, and I cannot hit it with any moves that I have. I could not catch it in time because every time I move, it's another movement, and it's just yeah, like again, like I actually like this game for what it, like, in terms of concept. Like, I think this game's concept is pretty cool. I honestly think that it's pretty well executed with the story at the very least. I honestly think that it's should be getting another continuation, but it just balance-wise sucks. It doesn't work well. Ah, Team L Fighters. I was just on my way to see how Manaphy's doing. I trust his Manaphy is doing well? There's trouble. It's Manaphy. Manaphy disappeared. What? Didn't I tell you to take care of baby properly? Squawk, I'll look to it. Manaphy's still a toddler. The baby could have gone too far. I'll look through the guild. You two search outside. But yeah, this game is fun, but the last game it had was... I mean, I'm not going to count the X because that's technically a remake. But baby can fly also. Float more than fly, but yeah. I feel like it can go pretty far. True. Manaphy, you had us worried. Why did you come here all by yourself? Hey, Manaphy. Manaphy? What's the matter? Manaphy! Trouble, Roy. He's running a high fever. Manaphy, hang on, Manaphy. Oh no, what should we do? You found Manaphy. Chatot. Manaphy is. Manaphy? Oh my goodness, he's running a frightful fever. No. Oh my god, what? Manaphy was at the ocean after being shown the water the day before? That's crazy. I would never have thought of that. I only got lucky. Found him standing on the beach and then he toppled over. His illness must be caused by being in the wrong environment. Just as I thought, Manaphy is a Pokemon that needs to grow in the sea. Our environment is entirely unlike being in the sea. That's why this infant is ill. So it's our fault, Manaphy. No! Not our fault. It is your fault, Goku. I am not taking this blame. You begged to take care of Manaphy. I wanted no part of this. Drown it. Like, wow, Door. We don't drown babies. We expose them to water. Just a bit. Alright? That's what we do. Mega lol. Oh, it's all fun, Manaphy. Well, as things stand, remorse and regret won't help now. We need to focus on solely curing Manaphy's illness. How do we go about curing him? Here's something I've heard. According to the Pokemon living in the sea, it seems that there is a cure-all item known as Fiondu. That may be what it takes to cure Manaphy's illness. Fiondu. Fione, it's Fione. So that's what we need. Hey, Chatot, can you tell us where to find the Fiondu? There are Pokemon called Fione that drift along the sea. They are said to produce Fione. I believe that Fione live in an area called the West, called the Miracle Sea. Okay, Miracle Sea. We gotta go find Fione. No matter what, Roy, it's the only way to save Manaphy. So you know what fun fact is, Door, is that Manaphy is technically a legendary / mythical. It's more so a mythical because of it. Mythicals and legendaries are weird because legendaries are more in like you can get in games, while mythicals are mainly event-only Pokemon. You can't get them normally in many ways. They don't show up in like games outside of like specific events and stuff like that. Let me look at if I have everything I want. Yep, I think I have everything I want. And Manaphy is a mythical Pokemon because you only could get it through like event stuff. Like, and events, the first time you get it was Pokemon Ranger, one of my favorite games. I thought it was different. It is different. It's weirdly different. People don't understand the full on mythical and legendary stuff like that all the time. At least that's my thinking of like how it is. And Manaphy in itself is actually a mythical, and it's like it's like the only legendary that can breed and can actually make eggs. Like legit is the only one. But it doesn't make eggs of other Manaphys. You only get one Manaphy. It makes eggs of Fiones, the one they were mentioning. And I was like, that's interesting because, and Fione is not a like is not a Pokemon that can evolve. So once you get it, it's just a Fione. It's technically like a legendary that you can get over and over again. But you can never evolve it. It's such a weird concept for a Manaphy to lay an egg like that. Pokemon makes some weird design choices for Pokemon that I'm always like so curious about why did they thought of that. Actually, I think I've talked to George actually, who was I mentioned about a I mentioned how one of my favorite Pokemon medias, like actually Pokemon medias, was a manga called Pokemon Adventures. I have actually one of the volumes right next to me right here. I have like Gen 1, 2, and 4. And it's actually one of my favorite manga series because not only do they utilize like the game, like this is specifically games, not the anime, and it makes a more mature story with Pokemon. Kind of like how Mystery Dungeon gives a more mature-esque feel to some of the Pokemon games, but it gives a way more mature theme, like actual like potential death. Well, no, actually, actual death. Some like creepy imagery, like decaying flesh on a Pokemon. Because there was like a scene of that in the manga because of like the graveyard towers and stuff, and yeah, like it's more mature than anything. And I actually very much enjoyed it because it gave them, because like it uses the game's like contents, like it makes the characters, it makes the Pokemon, and all the trainers and everything, but it makes its own story. How it doesn't follow exactly what the game plays. It mostly does, basically the basic story, but it doesn't it covers other things where like, oh, certain characters that in the games weren't exactly villainous, but they are villainous in the manga series. And this series is going on since like basically the beginning. It's still going on to this day with other ooh, I need to eat. Yeah, and it still goes on to this day with a bunch of series, and I enjoy it because the story tells just a bit of a different story, and it gives the characters a kind of a different light of things. So I actually enjoy it. You can read it online, and I recommend it to people because it's like it genuinely gives a cool story. I've only read up to like the 4th generation. I stopped at the 5th generation because it was still going through some of the waiting on some of the manga to catch up and like all that, and I haven't gone back to it in like years. And then I read all the 4th generation of stuff that I hate that there's like I can't fly over there. That sucks. But it is genuinely a fun story, and I would recommend it to people who like a little bit of a different story here and there. And especially those who like enjoy Pokemon or like want a more mature one, I think it fits that bill pretty well. I've been looking at, yeah, and again, like I would recommend at least giving a read of the 1st generation, which is like Yeah, because I would recommend at the very least the first generation, which is the games is red, blue, and green. The original games were red and green, which in the English is different because green and blue are different named swap, but colors are not changed. Reason be because in America, red and blue came out, but in Japan, it was red and green first made. So just to say different correlations, there's some fan translations that actually make it the proper red and green. I think that should be the proper ones because fire red and leaf green and stuff like that. But as a heads up, but I enjoy the series, and you can read up to red and green and blue story. What I have here is basically the start of Yellow's story, because Yellow is still part of Generation 1, but it adds a little bit more. And so you can add more to read that too, but I would say at the very least, it has a pretty satisfying conclusion to each of the arcs. And I think like that's where it really goes best if you read the whole thing from start to finish, at least with the story wise. And that's where, like, yeah, red and green story are I can't really do much about this, so I gotta do this. This is why I have some orbs still. Monster houses are a pain in the butt. I gotta switch it up a little bit. In these cases, I have to actually pay attention a little bit. I don't like to. I wouldn't say I don't like to pay attention. I just rather sometimes actually commentate. But in these cases, it's like, oh, I have to be very careful and make sure I plan out my moves a little bit. Is there no, you used to mention that some of your favorite game series. Is there any other game actually, since you have 100k door, do you have a game that you actually are interested in me trying? Have it. Yeah, how am I supposed to have empty-headed thoughts? You know, I always ask that when it comes to like some of these strategy games, because like I like to just like autopilot to do certain things, and I just be like, oh, I can't do that right now. That's fine. If I'm probably around when Sky Collection comes out, because I'll probably use it then. Sky Cult. Wait, what's that one? Is that the one you mentioned? Sky Children or whatever? Oh yeah, Skydive's chill. Yeah, 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 yeah. I wouldn't mind trying that, honestly. I have to go all the way back. I did to the opposite direction. God dang it, I went to the opposite direction. Oop. I did that by mistake. I should have switched. God dang it. I wasted a reviver seed because I spammed. God, that's on me. That's on me. Oh. I've been playing a lot of regular indie games, and definitely one of my favorites. God, I hate this. I hate that placement. I absolutely hate that placement. Why did they make it like that? There's no release date yet, but interesting. Oh yeah, no, that's fine. I know that one. I know one of the games I actually enjoyed, like indie games, personally. Is One Shot. Have you ever heard of One Shot Door? Thing keeps coming back. Wait, where am I supposed to go? Oh, there is a son of a beeswax. No! Okay, good. Oh, I've seen some stuff about it, but never played it. I highly recommend it. I played it, and I enjoyed it. I played it on stream all in one sitting. You can beat it in like 8 hours, and I think it best be played in like a whole day setting, Door, when you dedicate time to it. It's on sale often enough, and it's on Steam. I think it's best played on like a I think it's best played on a PC, because it just really is. It just experiences better. There is like it has a 5-hour mark where you can clearly tell when you can take a break and stuff like that. I am gonna do this. And there's a 5-hour mark where you can clearly stop when the game stops. It's very clear. So I think like if you ever get to try to play it, you would know what I'm talking about when there's a stop mark. But when it comes to like the whole game. I personally think the story is very much a much better experience if you were to play it nonstop in one go, like 8 hours. I definitely think it's so much better in that regard, because it just feels like when you take a break, it doesn't feel fully accomplished. I feel so much more satisfied that I actually pushed myself to play it all in one night. Like, it was a long night. I played it. I thought it was gonna be like, oh, I could stop after a little bit, but then, and then I realized that I didn't want to stop after, like, it was like 3 a.m. and I kept playing until like 6 a.m. or something like that. It was a long night. I played it back in 2020, in March. I have it archived, and I'm still working on getting it onto the YouTube side of things, because I'm slow on a lot of things. I don't even think, I think this was like before you and I really started talking a lot, Door. God, that trap placement was such a bad. I hate the placements on some of these. I'm going to stupid. Yeah, because I don't think you were there in any of the parts of the streams that I was playing it. It was definitely a okay, good. I believe this is like a good checkpoint. Yeah, but it was a very good, it was a fun time. Like, I just realized, why is my camera not moving? I was like, when did it freeze? When did my camera just automatically freeze? Would you stop doing so much bullet seeds? I think it froze not too long ago. That's the thing. So that's why I was like, I just noticed when I look back, I was just like, I was not moving, and I was clearly moving my head a lot. Probably heat. You know what? I'll take that. It's such hot heat right now. No, please stop going on those. What the? I think you just ruined yourself by putting it you in deeper in my team. God, this sucks. Why did you have to go the opposite way? I was like right with you, and then you went to the opposite way. This is where like AI should not have been like that stupid. Like, I literally was right next to it, and now I'm down to my last reviver seed because of the AI being so stupid. Again, this game isn't bad, but holy crap, is it an idiot. I just want to finish this dungeon at this point. Like I'm getting to a point where I cannot keep going like this. Oh my god, this is a son of suck! No! Why are you so much faster than me? Why? I seriously... This game is literally putting the floors so much further door-wise, and like, again, this is straight up why I'm like, the more I play this game, the more I hate this game overall. Like, I'm getting to a point, I'm legit getting to a point where I'm starting to regret ever play this game personally. Like, that's how bad it is. See, that should not be a thing. Killing off my member like that is such a bullcrap of a thing. If I fail this, I am not gonna try to replay it, just because, again, it'll be worth in the end. I really hope it does. Like, again, I'm legit gonna end off this whole shenanigans when if I fail or if I beat this entire segment, because I want to beat this segment once per like week so that I feel like I can finish this within the next couple months. But if it keeps dealing me cards like this, where not only the stairs are getting harder and harder to see, but giving me impossible Pokemon to deal with, I'm not gonna go get those items. I do not care enough for that, so... It's just annoying. Hee dee dee. Tee hee hee. Glee as tee hee dee. Wee. Eek.
I found rest. Roll a field rest. You make the killer field do. I rejoice. From now on, you're all lesser than me. I feel you belongs to me. Now on, oh, no, imagine me. You look like you're born to pick with me. About a million years too early to pick a fight with me. You'll get running away while you could. No mercy to meddlers.
You know what I regret? Doing that stupid voice. My voice is not... I'm not trained enough to do that type of voice. Thank you. I do try to get better in certain areas where I feel like I do genuinely want to get better at like voice acting, but it's becoming, it's difficult for me to fully dedicate a whole time for it, just mainly because like I'm just busy with other things. That, and I'm also like, I'm cringing. There we go. Okay, good. Whew, I was actually legit worried there. I'm glad I kind of prepared for that. But yeah, I haven't gone taking lessons. I do plan to get lessons soon, Dor. And this is why I also want to learn your guys' accent, Dor, to the point where I can be like, oh, I can do straight up straight up accents, like Aussie accents, so I can talk like you guys and act like it without like being like, "What's up, mate?" and being so cringy at it. I I genuinely want to be authentic as possible is what I want to do. And I don't want to be like faking like Scottish accent, like yo, yeah. I cringe at when I try to do that, but I legit am trying to get like better at like learning the accents. I've also learning like watching videos and trying to be like that. That's why like if I were to talk with you and Matt or like anybody any Australian like on a regular basis, I can pick up some of those hints and be like that. The only thing I try to prevent doing, and I don't want to limit myself when it comes to actual voice acting. So if I like I don't like swearing. I don't. Um but I will not limit myself when it comes to acting, when it comes to like the scripts require it or something like a scene kind of needs it or something like that. I don't want to limit myself, but I do know that you Australians just oof, you guys like Irish people, Australian people, I've heard quite a bit on YouTube and all that stuff, and you guys swear like a zoo. So, on practice, I don't usually try to swear. I try to, yeah, I try to avoid foul mouthing for a little bit until it actually, because I feel like I can get down words if I really wanted to, and all that stuff. If I really wanted to, but I try to find ways to sound Aussie but not push it too much. Also, you can easily get it without it. It's fine, really. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But the issue is that I hear because like my main Aussie people I know is basically you, like with Matt, and like some other people I hear on YouTube and stuff. They just swear here and there and all that stuff, and I'm just like, I legit want to hear an Aussie person and talk to an Aussie person that isn't a big swearer or foul mouth person, so I can just be like, okay, this is how it sounds like, this is what's gonna be like, and I'm just like, okay, kind of thing. But it's like literally like when I talk about certain sentences, it's just like I only hear certain ways of sentences being like, it's like I cannot just think of it as swears. I change it with my own word, but that's in the American accent. How do you guys change it with the Australian accent kind of thing? That's why I'm just like, I need to hear more of it, and especially someone who does not have a foul mouth. Like, how do you change some of your guys' normal slangs? I guess you could say. That's just me personally, though. It'll be funny though.
Don't you ever forget this?
Yeah, I'm never gonna talk about it. Oh, very good. Very good, very good. This is our thank you. Obtain Fiona do. Once you get basic of the accents easy. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's my goal, is to get the accent. I'm just watching YouTube videos at this point, but I think the best way for me to get used to it is talking to like a professional, or at the very least an Aussie person, and then actually go about it and be like, oh, so that's what you say. I was like, and I don't force. I want to be like, water, like you guys say, like kind of like that. I'm still forcing it with my own accent and be like, water. You can kind of hear it is in my throat. So I'm just like, It's not there. It's not there. I can't get it down. I only wanted to practice it. Ah, you obtained a Fione do. Woulda. Yeah. Quick, give it to Manaphy. Okay. Here, take this, Manaphy. It's a Fione do. Thanks, Roy, Goku. Whew, I'm glad. It seems to be working. It should be fine given 2 or 3 days of rest. That's great. Am I ever glad? Several days later. The little guy's as good as ever. Good ever. Am I glad to see this? Roy, Goku? Yes, we know. Manaphy needs to develop the ability to survive in the sea. Well, Roy, let's take Manaphy to the sea. Good, get rid of this child on me. The Guildmaster and I decided to invite Walrein from the Northern Sea. We felt that Walrein would be ideal for looking after Manaphy. I've heard all I need to hear from Wigglytuff. You've my word. I'll take full responsibility for raising Manaphy. Please take care of the little guy. Why did I try to give him a bad Scottish accent? I have zero clue. We speak in very casual sense, like pop down to the shops instead of going to the store. Pop down to the shops. Yeah, I've heard that. I heard that saying, you guys, from like other. My fan just turned off. Weird. Okay. Pop down to the shops instead of just going to the store, which is I've heard before. You guys have said different ways, and you guys also say like instead of McDonald's, like Macca's. Deafening silence. Manaphy, from now on, I want you to be good and listen to Walrein, and grow strong and healthy in the sea. As you get older, don't forget us. Goku, Roy? Prolonging this will only make it worse. Walrein, please. Aye. We're going, Manaphy. Roy? Goku? Goku! Take care, Manaphy. I think the child is going to get traumatized because we just watched the child just be taken away. Good morning, Roy. Manaphy, the little guy's gone. It's for the best. You're right. We did the only right thing for Roy. I think Walrein will raise him properly. And maybe one day, somewhere, we'll be able to see Manaphy again. Oh, Roy. We shouldn't be going around feeling sad forever. I doubt Manaphy would want that. Can't get back to feeling like it's the normal way, right way. Still, I think we should be positive and keep moving forward, okay? And that's it. I think that is... Okay, so that is actually the end of that section. Bye-bye, wee one. Currently, my accent is very North British, so I find myself saying, like, pop down shops. Pop down shops? I don't know how to say that, personally. Well, either way, we have completed that, and I think that is good enough on my books. I could just do some extra stuff now, but I think I'm gonna call it there. This is a long enough stream as it is. Yeah, woo! The post section of this story is gonna be a while. I still got a few more sections to go. I looked up the section. I haven't looked them up personally through detail, but there are a few sections left I have to do in this game, and that is my goal is to do this. But I do plan on coming back on Saturdays. Next Saturday is still good to go in my books. I don't think I have anything currently gonna stop that. Again, I have tomorrow to do usually D&D, but it's not happening because we're on a hiatus. D&D has been fun also, Door. It has been on YouTube as well on my archive channel, so again, another invite to that. I do have played a lot of games, so I know I've talked about other games where I binged, like I beat Zelda, Tears of the Kingdom, and like Pikmin and all that stuff, but will I play those on stream? I mean, I played Breath of the Wild on stream after I beat it already, and that was a long time ago. I don't know if I ever will play those on stream personally, but they are fun. But yeah, no, I really enjoyed like this stream was actually kind of fun. It was a bit rough at the beginning, just getting some people play, but I'm glad that we got to play some games. Door with Kartik phone. It was short, but I think it was sweet. Oh, there we go. Yeah, it was short and sweet, but yeah, no. I had a blast too. It's been great catching up with you too, Door, and like hanging out and playing. Maybe one day I can bring back Rivers to a stream. I doubt it though, because usually this times he. No, yeah, I don't think I can ever get him on one of my streams unless it's like earlier in the day of my time, because he goes to bed at like 6 on my time and I start like 8. So yeah, it's not a likely thing to happen. My camera got frozen again. I have no idea how it froze. I need to check why my camera is doing that. I think I might have to restart my PC personally. Yeah. But no, I legit have fun. I do hope that I get to hang out with everyone again back and get to see how people were. I got to talk to some people like last year, and I still want to hang out. So yeah, Dor, if you ever want to pop by again, feel free, and I will always hang out and chill and talk about random things. I do plan on just playing random games. I still plan on doing it during the weekdays and stuff like that, on whatever days I can play, like this game and like 2 other games like called Ghost Trick and Great Ace Attorneys. Like those are 2 story-based games, visual novels, kind of esque games. They're not open world like you would like, but I like stories, and if they tell a good story, and I consider myself happy. Yeah, it's a pleasure to appear again, or I hope to see you again soon too. But yeah, you take care of yourself. Don't get too cold. Like legit, stick around. And yeah, no. Okay, Zach Zingo is up. I haven't seen him in like a while, so I'd actually say hi to Zingo. I'm potted in blankets, no worries. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, no, but for anyone else who is lurking or anything like that, I hope you guys take it easy. It's been one heck of a night. I am cooking in my room, and of course I will just go about like actually getting some rest. I think I want to say hi to Zingo because I haven't said hi to him in like forever, and all that. So yeah, no, everyone take it easy. Everyone have a good night. Thanks, Dora, for chilling and hanging out. I straight up am sweating out of my back. Yeah, see you. See you, Dor. I gotta copy that. Same Cat. But yeah, no, I hope to catch you in another stream of mine or someone else's, and everyone else too. Tomorrow should have a stream. I hope to be like Bloody Chaplain or not. If not, I might try to stream something else simple, but again, I'm gonna hold that off for a little bit. No D&D is my normal thing tomorrow. For specifically what was it? For specifically the for the other games, I do plan to get through some more single player games soon. I might ask some people to see if they can join me in some of those cases, but we will see. But I have my other games I want to binge. I have like I'm still need to finish up Xenoblade 3 and like Pokemon Legends Arceus. I've been on a binge run on some games, so I've been really good on that. But yeah, George. I think I said Dor and George at the same time, so it's like George, like George. But yeah, Dor. Hope to catch you in those streams, and thank you for the emotes. I appreciate you, and everything, George. Let's hang out. Let's chat and hang out again at some point. All right, my dude. And yeah, you take it easy. Yeah. Let's take it. Let's hang out again for sure. I'll do better at messaging you better, cause I'm still really bad at messaging people. I suck at messaging people. ADHD is a thing. You know this. Yeah, but maybe one day we can play more games or hang out for sure. But yeah, thanks for the emote and everything, and I'll catch you later for sure. Let's go say hi to Zingo. He's playing some Spyro speedruns, so probably gonna hang out with him and chat for a little bit before I call it off. See you, Dor, and everyone else. Have a good rest of your night and stay safe.